heartbreaking is it to know that your children are having some problem to answer to. We've got to figure out something. The child I'm talking about that I've known since he was in elementary school, it wasn't smoking it, wasn't using it, I don't think. He was making it and allegedly selling it. Allegedly making it and selling it. You know, bless his heart. He's looking at some serious time. And, you know, like I said, that honest to God, it breaks my heart that, you know, there's kids out there doing that. And it breaks my heart when someone messages me and says, hey, Amy, I need to talk to you. And, you know, drugs have hit home. Not blood family, but family has been mixed up in it. I've helped 2 different people get into rehab. One person stayed. One person stayed for a couple of days and left, and then I got him back into rehab, and he left again. You know, like I said, I don't know the answer to it. I wish I did. I wish I could open up houses for kids that are going through problems and I don't know, just surround them with good things and with love or whatever it is they're missing, so that they don't have to turn to that. I mean, it's a cycle, and it's like I was telling Brianna, you know, drugs are a cycle. You see people that you would never. Brianna's one. You know, I knew Brianna when she was little, and I'm not gonna put Brianna's trash out there or her story out there or her dirty laundry out there. But I knew Brianna when she was little. You know, and I'd see her at a friend's house. And she knew my late husband, Calvin. She knows my boys. She knows of them. Never in a million years would I have ever thought that she would be in prison. Ever. That she would have gone to prison, but she did. And she has overcome a lot. And I'm proud of her. If you're still watching, Brianna, I'm very, very proud of you. Jesus Christ. Give me that cigarette, Matthew. You know, I never would have thought that she would have done it. But she did. And she saw just from being at the house, you know, what drugs could do. She saw. And now, you know, she's making a comment that there's people that she knows that she never would have thought would ever get into what, you know, she sees them getting into. It's a cycle, people. I mean, whether you want to admit it or not. Look, I used to say I'm a good mom. My kids have food in their bellies, there's clothes on their backs, they've got water, electric, everything. My kids are good. I'm a good mom. No, I wasn't. Are you kidding me? I was not the best mom could be. I loved my kids. I love my kids more than life itself. And there's nothing that I wouldn't do for my kids. I love my kids unconditionally. Nothing that they could ever come and tell me would be enough for me to tell them to leave. Ever. But it's a cycle. And I know that my kids could get caught up in that cycle. I pray every day that my kids don't. I pray every day my kids don't turn to drugs. I mean, it's something that, you know, could happen, because I was a drug addict. Their dad was a drug addict. There's a lot of people in their family, whether they want to admit it or not, are drug addicts and alcoholics. So they could be one. I don't know. I don't know, people. It just really, really breaks my heart. I mean, you know, drug addiction is a hell. It's a special kind of hell that is hard to explain. It's hard to explain. It is something that I struggle with still every day. Like I said, I've been clean 7 years. But it's absolutely something I struggle with every day. Every time there's a situation that goes on in my life, and there's very few of you that know what I'm talking about, but every time that a situation goes on in my life where I feel stressed out, Do you not think that drugs are not there? It is. I know that if I go get high, I'm not gonna be. I'm worried about what's going on in my life. There's things that are happening that I have no control over that break my heart in my family. And I have no control over them. But God does. God's got it. You know what's going on with me and my kids right now? It's caused me to question my faith a little bit. It's shook it a little bit. But I have to believe that God's not going to leave me. That He's always going to have me. That He's always going to have me. I don't know. I would like to think that my drug addiction didn't affect my kids at all. I don't know if Matthew will do it.
Huh.
But I'm going to see if Matthew will just maybe share what it was like not knowing where his mom was for 2 months. While I was trying to get clean.
I didn't know she was missing for 2 months.
When you were at your granny's.
No,
well, what
no
was it
one
like
told
not
us.
being with me?
I don't remember.
Do you remember what they told you?
They said that we weren't ever going back to you and that you were shitty, except they didn't say shitty because they were old. But I don't remember much. I don't remember like 3 years ago.
So you don't remember what it was like whenever I was doing drugs when your dad was alive?
Oh, because I didn't know you was on drugs. I just thought it was normal.
You just thought it was normal?
Yeah.
See, and how sad is that? How sad is that? I pushed the wrong button. How sad is it that my child thinks that seeing his mom nodded out, sitting on the living room couch or doing dishes and my head halfway down in the sink water because I was nodding out. How sad is that my kid thinks that's normal? That's normal. That everybody's parents were like that. So, do you still think that would be normal?
No.
You know that's wrong, right?
I'm not stupid.
Okay. So, I mean, that's just sad. So, you see what I mean when I say it's a cycle? That's what I mean. Because if there were money, he would have always thought that was normal. And it's absolutely not. It's disgusting. It's shameful. I don't think that meth is, and drug addiction in general, is a Scott County problem. I think drug addiction and the problems that go with it is a world problem. And there's so many other different problems that this world is facing. I mean, we're facing problems with people shooting people, apparently in my neighborhood. But we face so many problems every day. But it seems like in these small rural areas, drugs rank so high up there. And it boggles my mind that children are being pulled into this. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, does anybody have any questions that they have? Because I know I've been rambling. I've just got so much in my head that it's just all kind of jumbled up in there. I mean, I'll answer any questions that anybody has. It doesn't matter what they are. If you have them, ask them. I'll answer them. I guess not.
Well, maybe they haven't typed it yet, and it's delayed. They're not seeing this exactly the same time as we were. If I was to pull it up on my phone, it'd be like an echo.